An Air Glue Media podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Three Quarters to Play. I am your host, Mike, and I'm a little discombobulated here because I am actually live streaming on the Air Glue Media YouTube page. So forgive me for the little flub ups here. So anyway, today's episode is a little different, obviously, because I'm live streaming here. The camera's a little dark for some reason on the channel here, so I don't know why, but I'll have to deal with the whole camera stuff in a little bit anyway after all the streaming. Anyway, So, just for the record, this is going to be. I'm going to live stream these episodes um, on Saturdays at 10:30. This weekend just was a little bit different, so I'm doing this on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, which I had planned to do. So uh, that's why you see me on Sunday. So anyway, well, let's get into this episode because I got a lot to talk about here, and what we're going to talk about first is let me go, is the light up marquees here, and as you can see, I'm going to start with the Pac-Man one, which is one that I wanted for a while because, well, initially when I got my Gen 1 Pac-Man, it was the marquee came upside down, which was kind of goofy. I was going to, I got a replacement from Arcade 1-Up, and they were actually pretty good about it. They weren't as jerky as I thought they would be. They were pretty quick about it. So I got it, but I just never changed it. I just left it be, and I said, you know what? At some point, maybe this will be my first light up marquee, and that's exactly what I did. So I got the light up marquee almost I want to say maybe not a year because I got Pac-Man in November. So I want to say 8-9 months after I got it, I got the Pac-Man light up marquee. Well, no, wait, correct? Nope, I'm completely wrong. I did get it a year after that. Sorry. So I did get the Pac-Man light up marquee about a year after the Gen 1 cabinets came out, because when they were doing the light up marquees, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like them because Gen 1, you're not sure if they're gonna be good or anything. That are they gonna will the technology catch up or whatever? So I waited for a while, so that's why it took me a while to get it. So I did get one, and we're gonna talk about that now. And the first one I got was from, and to make sure I get this right here, was from the Arcade Game Factory. Now, as you can see here on the video, if you're watching on YouTube here, the light up marquee that came here, this is like their third version, I think, of the light up marquee, and it's pretty darn sweet, I have to say. There are a few issues with it, one of them being there's some light bleed underneath. I'm not sure if I can show that on the camera here, but I'll have to go back. But in any case, there's some light bleed there. Overall, though, the quality is pretty darn good. I like the graphic on it is pretty awesome. And it was very easy to put together. I mean, you just kind of take off your other. I'm not going to give you a whole lesson on how to do it. It's basically you slap it on and you're good to go. So I really do appreciate that one. I like that one a lot. It was easy to install, and it looks really good. So, and here you go. There's a close up of the graphic here. I'm showing on YouTube here, and as you can see, it's a much better look than the upside down marquee that I had from the original. The only thing I other than the light bleed, which, to be honest, it doesn't really bother me too much. The only problem I have is, I don't know. I think because the T molding on the side is painted red, it would be nice if the top matched that for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I could probably remedy that with paint or some tape or something like that. And as you can see, there's the light bleed underneath, which is a pretty significant gap, but it doesn't bother me too much. It's not too much of a problem with the plexi there. There's not any glare or anything like that, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good. So no complaints there. So overall, would I recommend this one? Yes, actually, I would recommend this one. This one's a really good one. They give you the little short screws so you don't see the screws bleeding through anymore. I think in the first version of these, they did have that came through, but on this one, it's not. As you can see, this wide shot here, it's pretty nice. So I definitely recommend that. So the next one I have, which is for my Space Invaders one, and this one was this is a little interesting with this one, because this one was done. Let me see if I can punch it up here. Oops, I'm all over the place. There we go. Let's see. Well, in any case, I'll move on. Hopefully the image comes up soon. Lock that. Sorry, everybody. New to all this. All right, so here we go. We got Space Invaders. So I got this one from the Ability, also known as Angel Aterio. Here's his little card that you got here. And this is a good one. However, I'm going to say this here. I think this is not the norm. This is usually, because Angel, I've seen his stuff online. I've seen it with P-Dubs has done stuff, and no issues there with his stuff. I think I'm just like the one-off here, because when I got it, I was excited, and I was like, oh, great. But then there was a bit of an issue, and let me see if I can punch it up here so you guys can see it. If you look closely here on the video here, you see these little flecks that are in the marquee. In I don't know if it's carpet or whatever it is. There's like little darts that are in it. I don't know what that's from. I'm not sure, but otherwise, it's not a deal breaker because I can tell you right now, the graphic and installing it was pretty easy. It looks pretty good, and you have to get really close up to see it. It's not like oh my God, these little flecks are on there. When I first got it and I pulled it out of the box and I was looking at it and I saw them when I held it up in the light. Now, granted, it wasn't lit up or anything, and I'm holding it up. I'm like, oh gosh, don't tell me this is just gonna, people are gonna see this. This is the first thing they're gonna notice. And that's not the case at all. You don't see it. As you can see from the wide shot I got here, you can't tell. Of course, the camera you can't really tell on here, but I can assure you when you watch it in person, there's nothing you can see. But so that was my one big complaint. And again, I think this was the exception, not the norm with Angel, because I've seen other work that he's done online with P-Dubs and multiple other YouTubers and stuff, and they don't have any issues at all. There's no problems. So the only issue here is, and I think it's me, and to be honest with the other one with the Pac-Man, it could have been the installation why there's light bleed. So it could be on me at the end of the day. So I don't want to say it's exactly the product. There's only a little bit of light bleed on Angels on the sides, and I think, again, that's more me than anything else. It's probably me. It's usually me, right? So again, I don't know if I have a shot of that where it's you can see that, but in any case, not bad. So again, with Angel, I do recommend getting Angel's stuff. He's really good at what he does. Again, those little flecks, not the end of the world here. And I am going to get back with Angel and have him do my countercades because I need one for my centipede cabinet, my little countercade that I got over here. So I definitely will be going back to Angel for probably all of them if I had to guess. Most of my, I don't know, I might have to try a few others. I know there's a few others out there that are actually doing the arcade one-up light-up Marquees. So I might try a few others just to report on them and let you guys know. But I'm definitely going to have Angel do my countercades because I know he's doing that. I don't see any other modders doing any of that. I know Angel's doing that, and I definitely recommend you go with Angel here. He's pretty good at what he does, and I wish I had his talent. So again, one-off. I don't think it's Angel's fault here. I think it was just whatever, it might have been the graphic. Who the heck knows why that's on there? Overall, great job with Angel's work. So the other one I got is, well, what started this whole thing, I was pretty content with just like, all right, well, I'll just get one for the Pac-Man Gen 1 because I had an upside-down marquee, and I might as well do that. It's Pac-Man, it's special. And then things improved as time went on with the cabinets, and then, of course, the Star Wars arcade came out, and, well, I kind of had to have that. So I went with that, and that one has a light-up marquee, and I like it, but there's a few issues with that one. As you'll see here, when you're looking at it on the video, all is good, but there's a little bit of light bleed because I don't know if it's the paint or whatnot or whatever they use, but then when you look at the graphic, my graphic is crooked. Now, I could get in touch with Arcade 1-Up, but I'm not sure if I really want to go through that painful process of dealing with customer service anytime soon, so I might just hold off on that, and we'll see. I might even go back. Actually, I might even get in touch with Angel to have him do this one for me. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to find out if this is the way I want to go. But as you can see, I like the material of the Arcade 1-Up. I like the plexiglass, the way they do it. The graphic pops pretty well. It's just mine was flawed yet again. I seem to have bad luck every now and then. So I like both. I'm hoping Arcade 1-Up, and I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted because I'm watching a screen, I'm watching a chat room, and I'm watching my stuff, so I'm a little bit off today. So I apologize to my listeners for being a little wonky. The Arcade 1-Up, I'm hoping they get a chance to start selling the light-up marquees for Gen 1 and all the other cabinets that didn't. They said they were going to do this at CES. I don't know when they'll do this. I hope they do it soon because I could, I want to see how they are. I like the plexiglass on this. I don't know why. It just lights very evenly. Even though Angel and And the Game Factory one, the same thing, lights up really good. I really can't. I don't think you can lose with any of them, really. And one last thing I want to mention is this remote that comes with Angels and with the Game Factory one. It's the same remote, actually. And maybe I'll change my camera here just so you guys can see. Oh, there's me. You don't want to see me. And let's see. We'll change the camera to the game room, as you can see right there. Now, I'm going to press, you can't see me, but I'm going to press you can shut them off, turn on at the same time. There's got a bunch of, you can be brighter. Let's see, you can go 25%. I don't know if you guys, well, that's a little brighter. But I usually might leave mine at 25%. You can change the modes, so you can go crazy. We can all have I don't know, we're going to have a stroke out here. I mean, there we go. We'll leave them at that, and we'll put it down to 25. But I have two remotes, so I got the remote harness system there, which works out pretty well because now I can shut them off at the same time. It's great. So I highly recommend that. And that's funny because it's from two different companies. So I was a little surprised that they worked when I did it. When I put them together, I had two separate remotes, and then I hit the button on one. I was like, oh, well, I'll just have to do both. And then all of a sudden, both worked at the same time, which makes sense because they got the RFID thing in there, I think, or something, whatever the hell that infrared sensor that goes out there, and it turns them on and off at the same time. It's pretty, but sometimes I think if you press the power button multiple times, one will shut off, one will turn on. I don't know. It's a little weird, but for the most part, they turn on and off at the same time, and there's no issues. So it's pretty cool. That was a nice little feature. I'm glad Angel talked me into that. He said get the harness thing. The other one, the Game Factory one, I believe did come with that. It was just the way it was. I think I don't recall clicking an option for it, or maybe they was. I don't know. It was months ago when I ordered it. So unfortunately, I'm not sure. I can't speak for the Game Factory, but I know Angel had posted on the Facebook group that he's got short supply of the LEDs and the components that go into his light up Marquees, so he might not be able to do it right now. I haven't checked back to see if any updates or if he's getting any parts thanks to the coronavirus. So that kind of puts a damper on things. So as far as Game Factory goes, I'm not sure if they're having any issues. I imagine both are. They're using the same components, so I don't know unless one of them bought a stockpile of these components. I don't think Angel really would because he's a smaller operation than the Game Factory, so I'm not sure. But keep, if you inquire about this, go to the Facebook with Angel. You can go to the Facebook page, check with him, and get in touch with him and see what the status is. But he'd be more than happy to help you out. And he was a kind soul. He did a great job. Very friendly, and I can't recommend him enough. Even though I have some flaws in my thing, don't let that deter you. Because, again, it's not really a deal breaker. It's fine, unless you're looking for absolute perfection. And Angel is a perfectionist, so how that slipped through, I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. It's a one-off. That's all I'm going to say. As far as the Game Factory one, you can just go to their website. I'll put the link in the description below and, of course, in the show notes after. You can just click on that, and it'll take you right to it. But I do recommend all of them. The Star Wars one, it was great. I've seen a Star Wars one that looks pretty good without being crooked like mine, although I know a few people have had issues. On the bright side, it's not upside down, and I don't have to worry about that. Because if it came upside down again, I think I would have just, I don't know, yelled and screamed and complained and stuff. So, but in any case, that's what's going to do it for the Light Up Marquees for this episode. I'm not sure if any of you have gotten these light up Marquees. Maybe if you've got a Space Invaders one as me, let me know. Tell me, Mike, no, that's how it's supposed to look, or Mike, no, yeah, you're right, it's a little bit off, or whatever it may be. And what is your experience with these light up Marquees? I know there's others out there. I haven't tried any of the others. I don't know. What's your experience with the light up Marquees from Arcade 1-Up? I'd be curious to see what you guys have to say. I think most of them have been pretty good. I haven't seen too many complaints about the light up Marquees from Arcade 1-Up, other than even I don't think that was many Star Wars ones that were goofed up like mine. So, and I know the Golden Tee one looks pretty good. So, I don't think there's been too many complaints or problems with that. So, in any case, I think I'm going to close out the show with the coronavirus and the Burger Time issue, because it seems like Burger Time people I know on the Facebook page were complaining that, where's my slip? Where is it? I don't know where where my burger time is, because they said they were going to ship it out March 1st and people weren't getting their notifications and stuff. But I believe one of the reps from Arcade 1 Up came on and said, no, you'll be getting your notice soon. And I think some did. I don't think everybody did. I believe this Monday coming up, they'll be shipping, or today, if you're listening to the podcast, this episode will be out on Monday. You should be getting your shipping notice from FedEx, and it should be arriving this week, probably on Friday the 13th. Ooh. Hopefully it arrives in one piece and there's no problems for any of you. I still have not ordered the burger time. I am not sure if I'm even going to do the burger time. I'm still on the fence about it, so maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I do want a new cabinet really soon, and I have a feeling, I ordered the NBA Jam. That's supposed to be here in July. Will it make it? I don't know, with the coronavirus and everyone panicking and problems over in China, because it really is a mess over in China, not so much here in the States, although if you're in Seattle, you might disagree with me. So I'm cautiously optimistic that I'll see it in July. I'm betting it'll probably be in September, maybe August, because I have a feeling things are going to start getting delayed. Like even Angel had said, he's got problems with getting his components, so I can only imagine, they didn't ship all the NBA Jam cabinets already before the coronavirus. They did do that with the Burger Time stuff that was already in the warehouses, according to the rep from Arcade 1 Up, so that's not too bad of a problem. But you never know. I don't know what things are going to be. It's hard to say. I feel bad if we get a delay. People are going to lose their minds. But, real life happens, everybody, so you gotta just take it with a grain of salt, or just, roll with the punches. These things are going to happen. I ordered my NBA Jam. When it gets here, and I'll be delighted when it gets here. So, but anyway, that's going to do it for this crazy episode of 3 Quarters to Play. It was a bit of a wonky episode, as you can tell. I was distracted throughout the episode here, so I apologize for that. It was a rough one to get through, but it was my first stream of the 3 Quarters to Play podcast, and thank God I got through it. We got through it. And thank you, Kara, for joining me in the chat. Say hello to you, and thank you. I promise this will get much smoother as we go and I figure things out. I had all these things set up for like elaborate cameras. You'd see me, you'd see the game room, and all this other stuff, but it didn't work out that way. But anyway, and Kara, thank you for liking the Space Invaders. See, Kara likes Space Invaders, even with those little flaws that are in Space Invaders. It wasn't all that bad. She couldn't tell, I don't think, other than the close-up image that she saw when I got with the camera shot. So that's going to do it for this episode. I will see you guys probably, I don't know if I'll do one next week. It might be the week after. I may take a break to kind of retool some of the specs with the whole live streaming and what I'm going to do here. So we'll see. This was a rough one to get through, so I thank you for your patience. And if you never listen again, I don't blame you. But in any case, I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys probably next week.